good evening, everybody, and welcome to your evening Vinyasa Flow. It is a relatively dynamic class, which means that we will be moving around a lot in our space for today. But don't worry, everything will be relatively accessible to different forms of bodies, to different levels of practitioners. So my invitation for you is to give the poses a try and see how they make you feel. And if in case something doesn't feel right, you can back off the pose, you can stop, you can pause, and then just come join the group whenever you are ready. It is an evening flow, which means that the poses will be relatively fluid in nature that will allow us to free up tension from the body that might have built up from the past couple of hours that we've been at work, at school, doing our errands. Just a nice way to end our day. Okay? So with that, let's start off in your child's pose. If you guys are ready, go ahead and come down onto your hands and your knees. Melt your forehead down to the floor as you settle into your child's position. This is the first shape or form that we are coming into for tonight. So if there's any fidgeting that your body has to get out of the way with, now would be the best time to do them. I personally like moving my hips and my shoulders in this pose, just so that I can settle in a little bit more comfortably in my child's position. If that works for you, go ahead and see how it makes you feel. And as your body begins to settle into your child's pose, I invite you to notice how your breaths are flowing. Notice how the inhalations are flowing into your bodies. Notice how the breaths are flowing out as well. If you had a long day, use this opportunity to slow things down and arrive in a state of calmness and peace. One more breath here, please. Inhale and exhale. On your next in-breath, please go ahead and roll yourselves up into your tabletop position. Come up onto your hands and your knees. Give your hips a couple of sways. Give your shoulders a couple of movements. Allow yourselves to arrive in that tabletop pose, lining up your hands under your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Cat and cow, please. On an in-breath, let your belly drop down, tilt your chin, tailbone to the sky. And then exhale, push away from the floor, round your back and look down to your thighs. We go again, please. Inhale, arch the back and gaze up to the ceiling. And then exhale, push away from the floor, hollow out your belly. 3 more times. Inhale, arch the back, gazing up. Exhale, round your spine, gazing down. Again, inhale, arch the back, gazing up. Exhale, push and round your spine. One last time, please. Inhale, arch the back. And then exhale, round the spine. Neutralize your back body, neither arching nor rounding your spine. And go ahead and begin to extend your right leg to the back. Lift your foot away from the mat. Prepare for three-legged dog. Walk your hands a few inches forwards. Curl your left toes and begin to push away from the floor, lifting your hips up to an inverted V position. Now see if you can lift that right leg up just a little bit higher, stretching out the hips and the groin. And then exhale, right knee towards your chest and land your foot forwards in between your hands. Once you are there, prepare for crescent lunge. Begin to roll your torso all the way upright, reaching your arms up to the sky. Take a big breath in here, please. And then exhale, gently lower your hands down to the floor. Release your left knee down and slide back to tabletop pose, hands and knees down to the floor. Cat and cow. Inhale, arch the spine, gazing up. Exhale, push away from the floor, round your back. Inhale, arch the spine, gazing up. Maybe exaggerate the movement. And then exhale, push and round your spine. 3 more repetitions. Inhale, arch the back, gazing up. Exhale, push and round your spine. Again, inhale, arch the back, gazing up. Exhale, push and round your spine. One last, please. Inhale, arch the back. And then exhale, round your spine. Neutralize your back body and prepare. Extend that left leg to the back. Lift your foot away from the floor. Now crawl your hands, a palm print forwards. Dig your finger pads onto the floor as you begin to curl your right toes and lift your hips up into your three-legged dog, forming that inverted V shape with the body. Now lift that left leg up just a little bit higher. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then exhale, land your foot forwards in between your hands. Once you touch down, go ahead and reach your arms up to the sky. Find your crescent lunge. Energize your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, lower your hands down to the floor. But this time, please step your right foot forwards. And let's come into a forward fold. Bow down towards your legs, reach down for the mat. Have your feet about hips width apart. Grab a hold of your elbows and let your torso and your hips sway side to side, freeing up space for your body to move around a little bit more in your practice. Now from here, let your arms dangle to the floor. And with soft knees, begin to roll yourselves up bone by bone. Once you are upright, please circle your arms all the way up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, take a forward fold. Bow down to your legs. Reach down for the mat. Inhale into a halfway lift. Please look forwards. Lengthen your spine. Come up higher if you need to. And then exhale, lower your hands down to the floor. Step your feet back into that inverted V position, downward facing dog. On an in-breath, ripple yourselves forwards into plank. Exhale, bend your elbows and please come all the way down to the ground. Once you connect to the mat, point your toes back. And we're going to lift up into a cobra, lifting the chest, ribs, and belly away from the floor. And we're going to look over the right shoulder, adding a little bit of a neck stretch into that pose. Now exhale, come back to the center, and go ahead and lower all the way down to the mat. Other side this time. So inhale into your cobra again. lifting chest, ribs, belly. And this time, look over your left shoulder, adding that neck stretch. And then exhale, come back to the center and lower all the way down to the mat. Curl your toes, and then inhale, press up to tabletop pose. Lean your bum to your heels for a quick child's pose. And then exhale to down dog, lift your hips up to the sky. Look forwards and begin to walk your feet all the way towards the front end of your mat. And you find halfway lift. You look forwards and lengthen to your spine. And then exhale, take that forward fold. Once again, dive down to your legs, reach down for the mat. Push with your feet, inhale, come all the way up to stand, reaching your arms to the sky. And then exhale, mountain, release your arms down by your sides. If it felt confusing, that's perfectly fine because we're gonna do 2 more repetitions, okay? Same thing. Prepare. On an in-breath, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, take a forward fold, bow down to your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards, lengthen your spine. Downward facing dog as you exhale, hands down, step the feet back. Inhale, roll yourselves forwards to plank, find that straight line. Exhale, bend your elbows, and you go all the way down to the floor. Point your toes back and inhale into your cobra, lifting chest, ribs, and belly, and simultaneously look over your right shoulder. Exhale, rotate your head back to the center and come down to the ground. Other side, please. Inhale, lift up into your cobra, look over your left shoulder, find that neck stretch, and then exhale, come back to the center and go all the way down to the floor. Curl your toes, inhale, press up to table, and lean back for a quick child's. Exhale to down dog, lift your hips all the way up to the sky. On an in-breath, go ahead and bring your feet all the way to the front. Take as many steps as you need for halfway lift. And then exhale, find that forward fold. Bow down to your legs, reach down for the mat. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, mountain pose. Release your arms down by your sides. We're going for 1 more round, and my invitation for you is to feel more confident. Just listen into the cues, okay? Here we go. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale into a forward fold. Inhale into your halfway lift. Exhale into your down dog, that inverted V. Inhale into your plank. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Inhale into your cobra. Look over your right shoulder. Exhale slowly, lower down to the ground. Inhale into your cobra again, but this time left shoulder. And then exhale, come back down to the floor. Curl your toes, inhale, press up for a quick child's pose. And then exhale to down dog, lift the hips up. Take as many steps as you need. Inhale your feet forwards for halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, take that forward fold, bow down to your legs. On an in-breath, circle your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, find mountain pose. Release your arms down by your sides. On an in-breath, go ahead and reach your arms all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, take that forward fold, bow down to your legs, reach down for the mat. This time, please step back to downward facing dog. Find that inverted V position with your body. Dig your palms flat and let's revisit your three-legged dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts up. Exhale, bring your right knee to your chest and quietly land your foot forwards. Once you connect to the front, please rise up to your crescent lunge. Reach your arms up to the sky. Now we're layering in with a warrior two. So spin your left heel down, open your chest, your hips to the side. Arms come down in line with your shoulders. And then for a reverse warrior, flip your right hand to face up and then reach it overhead. Left hand can be lightly on your back thigh or wrapped around your lower back. Now cartwheel your hands all the way down to the floor. Release your hands down to the mat and find downward facing dog, that inverted V position with your body. On an in-breath, left leg this time, lift it up. Inhale. Exhale, knee to your chest. Create space for you to land that foot forwards in between your hands. Rise up into your crescent lunge. Inhale, your arms up to the sky. And then as you exhale, please find warrior two. Spin your back foot flat, open your chest, your hips to the side, arms in line with the shoulders. Now you come into that reverse warrior, so left hand flips up, reach it overhead. Right hand can be lightly on your back thigh or wrap around your back. And then go ahead and cartwheel your hands down to the floor and step your feet back into that inverted V position, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forwards into plank. Exhale, bend your elbows, go all the way down to the floor. Inhale into your cobra and look over your right shoulder. Exhale back to the center and release down to the floor. Inhale into your cobra, look over your left shoulder. And then exhale, come back down to the ground. Press up to tabletop on an in-breath. But this time, come to sit on your heels and find Japanese seat. If ever this is uncomfortable, you can slide the block underneath your bum. We're just going to give the wrist a little bit of a recovery. So on an in-breath, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, lower your prayer hands towards your heart center. On an in-breath, open your arms out to a T, like you're about to give someone a hug right in front of you. And then exhale, sweep your arms forwards and round your spine. We're going for a second round of our flow. So on an in-breath, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Lower your hands down, curl your toes, and lift your hips up to the sky. On an in-breath, right leg lifts up. Exhale, land your foot forwards in between your hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, reaching your arms to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. Open out to the side, arms in line with the shoulders. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, that right arm reaches overhead. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the floor and step back into your downward facing dog. Left side this time. Inhale, that left leg up. Exhale, land your foot forwards in between your hands. Inhale, rise up, into your crescent lunge. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale into your warrior two. Open out to the side, arms in line with the shoulders. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, your left hand reaches overhead, lean back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the floor. And then step back into your downward facing dog, inverted V. Inhale, roll yourselves forwards into plank, belly tight. And then exhale, lower down with control. Point your toes back as you lift up into cobra. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale. And then exhale, come back down to the ground. Inhale, lift up into your cobra again, but this time look over your left shoulder. And then exhale, come back down to the floor. Inhale, press up the table. And then exhale, lean back into your Japanese seat. Roll your torso upright. Great job, you guys. We're going for one more round. And again, feel more confident. Just listen into the cues. Okay, here we go. On an in-breath, reach your arms up to the sky. Pray your hands as you exhale down to your heart center. Inhale, open your arms out to a T like you're about to hug someone in front of you. And then exhale, go for that hug around your spine, reach your arms forwards. Inhale your arms up again just to transition. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Lower your hands down, lift your hips up. Work with the breath. Inhale, right leg rises up. Exhale, land your foot forwards. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. Open out to the sides. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lift and lean back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee in and land your foot forwards. Rise up to crescent lunge. Inhale, your arms up to the sky. Exhale to warrior two. Open out to the side. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lean back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the floor. Step back into your downward facing dog. Work with the breath. Inhale, ripple forwards into plank. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, cobra, and look to the right. Exhale, come down to the floor. Inhale, cobra, and look to the left. And then exhale, come down to the ground. Press up, inhale to tabletop. And then exhale to Japanese seat. Finishing off, inhale your arms up. Exhale, pray your hands to your heart center. Inhale, open your arms out to a T. And then exhale, reach your arms forwards around your spine. Reach your arms up on an in-breath. But this time, please settle into child's pose. Lower your hands down to the floor and melt your chest, forehead down to the ground. We have arrived at our starting point a while ago. And just take a moment to reconnect with your breaths. One more breath here, please. Inhale and exhale. Please roll yourselves up to tabletop pose. And we're going to come into some poses to let the body wind down from all of the postures that we came upon. We're setting up for your right leg pigeon. So go ahead and bring your right shin behind your hands. And then move your left leg back. Take a moment to lengthen your spine on an in-breath. And then exhale, come into a forward fold. Walk your hands and bow down. Notice the stretch on your right side seat, your left hip flexors, and the whole length of your back body. Allow your breath to slow down as well. We came into a relatively continuous flow. So if you're feeling like your heart rate has increased and you've lost that wonderful connection we have established with your breath, now would be the best time to just kind of find those breaths once again. Inhale. And as you exhale, begin to walk your hands back and roll your torso all the way upright. Please lean all of your weight to the right so that you can move your left leg to the front, creating a letter L shape with your legs, right foot against left inner thigh. Now you're going to place your right hand down onto the floor behind you, palm flat with your fingers pointing back. Option 1 is to just lift your left arm up and arch your spine. Option 2 is to push away from the floor, lift your hips up, and come into your wild thing, allowing yourself to create that arch on your spine. Take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale slowly, lower your hips back down to the floor. And at the same time, just go ahead and wave your hands to the left side of your mat, coming to a somewhat of a counter twist. Counter twist, just bowing down to the side. Reset back to the center. And we're going to switch legs, okay? So right leg will extend forwards. Left knee will come bent and press against that right inner thigh. Left hand behind you. Right arm up is your first option, just arching your spine. Second option is to lift your hips up. Wild thing. So you want to feel that expansion on your front body. Very nice to finish off your day, especially when we're usually hunched over the steering wheel of a car or our computer. This goes against that. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your hips to the floor. And just go ahead and wave your hands to the right edge of your mat for a counter twist, counter stretch. All right, reset back to the center. And we're gonna go for that pigeon, okay? So this time you're gonna lean all of your weight to the left so that you can move your right leg to the back. It will take a little bit more fidgeting for you to find that space. So maybe look behind you and check that your right leg is straight and your hips are as heavy as possible to the floor. And when you're ready, go ahead. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And then exhale to come into that fold, reaping the benefits of that stretch on your side seat, hip flexors, and your back body. And again, just let your heart rate slow down here by lengthening and deepening those breaths. Take a big breath in here. And as you exhale, go ahead and walk your hands back and roll your torso upright. Please make your way to your tabletop pose. Come up onto your hands and your knees. Right, we're just transitioning to a seated position. So when you're ready, go ahead and move your legs in front of you so that you can set up for your butterfly pose, bringing the bottoms of your feet together. Your knees fall out to a diamond shape. So before we come into a fold, let's come into a little bit of a side bend or a twisted flow rather. So inhale your arms up to the sky. And then as you exhale, twist over to the right, placing your left hand to your knee, right hand behind you, look over your right shoulder. We go again. Inhale, come back up to the center, arms up to the sky. Left side this time. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you, look back. Again, inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And this time we're going to hold it on the right. So you're going to use the positioning of your hands to pull and rotate yourselves just a little bit more into that twist. Freeing up tension from the back body. A great pose to unwind after a long day. On your next in-breath, go ahead and reach your arms up to the sky once again. And let's finish off on that left. So turn to the left. And again, use the positioning of your hands to pull and rotate yourselves just a little bit more into that twist. And then last seated pose. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, go for that butterfly. Lower your hands down right in front of you. And then just come down to a depth or a degree that feels good for your hips and your spine, parts of your body wherein we hold up a lot of our stress, our tension in. So if there's resistance, know that that's perfectly fine. Ease yourselves into the pose. Ease yourself into that fold. Be comfortable with whatever your body arrives at for today. Take a big breath in here, please. And then as you exhale, go ahead and roll your torso upright. Guide your knees together and extend them right in front of you. So we're making our way down to a lying position. So check that you have space. If there's none, please move yourselves a little bit more forwards. Reach your arms in front and begin to round yourselves down, slowly releasing lower back, middle back, upper back, And as you connect down to the floor, go ahead and reach your arms over your head. Please hold that stretch. I'm just gonna sit up so that I can cue you better into the postures. Find that length, reach a little bit more. Inhale. And then exhale, please hug your right knee towards your chest. Bend your right knee and hug it into your chest. Nice. Spinal twist, please. Lower that knee down towards your left. Let it cross over your body. And then open your right arm out to the side. Look over your right shoulder and find the spinal twist. And just let your body relax into this pose. Relax into this shape. Take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale, please bring your legs back to the center. Take another stretch. Straighten both knees. Point your toes and reach your arms over your head. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale. And then exhale, left knee comes in this time. Left knee comes in. And you're gonna guide that knee down to cross over to the right. And then open your left arm out to the side. Look over your left shoulder. If there's any harshness with your breath, now would be the best time to kind of let them mellow down. Just let the breath flow in and out naturally so that you can start to relax in this pose. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale slowly, please come back to the center. Take one more stretch. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, please relax now into your Shavasana. Releasing your arms down by your sides. Opening your legs as wide as your mat. Adjusting your shoulders and your hips so that you get more comfortable in your space. I will be guiding you into a yoga nidra, a yogic sleep that will allow you to relax a little bit more as we come to an end with our practice. Take a moment to settle in and begin to bring all of your awareness towards your toes. You let each toe relax from the big toes, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Relax. You allow the ball of your feet and the heels to relax. Feel the top of your feet and the ankles relax. Feel the calves and the shins relax. Let that relaxed feeling radiate up towards your knees, your thighs, your hips, your bum. Allow your whole back body to relax as well. From your lower back, middle back, upper back. Relax even your front body, from your belly to your chest. Relax. Allow your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows to relax. Allow that relaxed feeling to radiate towards your elbows, forearms, wrists, and your palms. Letting even your fingers relax, from your thumbs to your pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger relax. Allow that relaxation to transcend up towards your neck, and let it radiate your face, relaxing your jaws, your lips, your cheeks, your ears. Relaxing even your nose, your eyes, and your forehead. And finally, allow that relaxation to reach the very crown of your head. And for just a couple more minutes, be enveloped in this wonderful feeling of relaxation. Let it seep into your thoughts. Let it seep into your emotions. And just give yourself full permission to rest and relax. Start to deepen your breaths. Taking a long, deep breath in. And a long, deep breath out. Once you feel like you're ready to move, introduce little tiny movements. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, Roll your wrists, roll your ankles, and gently move your head side to side. Morning stretch. Reach your arms overhead, zippering your thighs together. Take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale, please find fetal pose. Bend your knees to your chest. Roll over towards your right side body, using your right arm as a pillow. At your own pace, at your own time, please push yourselves up to a seated position. I invite you to have your eyes closed and just take a moment to appreciate what we are feeling at this very moment. Finding appreciation for this opportunity to breathe and move as we come to an end with our day. And for everything that we have gained in today's session, we gather our prayer hands towards our heart center and we bow down in a state of gratitude. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Namaste. Thank you, guys.